We're here in Petersburg, Virginia today, and before we head over here to High Street and look at the different types of homes over here, we're going to be looking at an interesting piece of real estate. This is called the Trapezium House, and you can see by its unique shape why they call it that. This is actually built in the shape of a trapezium, and there are actually no right angles in the walls inside of the house. This was built by Charles O'Hara back in 1817. He was a very eccentric gentleman. He was an Irish bachelor. You used to be able to go in and be able to tour the property, but now that it is it's actually privately owned. But there's no right angles inside of the house. Supposedly his West Indian servant told him that evil spirits are harbored in corners of houses. So if the house didn't have any right angles, then it wouldn't be able to harbor any evil spirits. So very interesting property. And as you can see right over here behind me, we're going to walk over here to High Street and take a look at these different properties. So stay tuned. If this is your first time to the channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about Richmond, Virginia life or any of the surrounding areas, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications, and you'll be the first to know about living in Richmond, Virginia. My name is Scott Wynn. My team and I get calls and emails from people just like you every single day about making a move to Richmond, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 7 days or 7 months, we would love to help you make a smooth move to Richmond, Virginia. All right, we're gonna walk around the corner here from the Trapezium House, and we're gonna walk over onto High Street, and we're gonna take a look at these row houses here. And kind of a neat little story. My grandmother actually used to live in one of these row houses when she was younger. So we definitely have some roots here in the community. All right, we made it over here to High Street, and as you can see, the row houses over here behind me, they were built in 1850, and we have one over here that has been recently renovated, and that one is actually a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 3,300 square feet. It's got 2 levels and a basement. You could get something like that for around $439,000. And then if we go over here, this is actually 3 levels. It's a basement with 3 levels. That one is 4 bedrooms and 3 baths with 3,256 square feet. And that one is for about $300. Now, they had started some renovations on that one, but they didn't get them completed. So you can see, obviously, a potential investment opportunity there, priced at $300. This one that has been renovated is priced at $439. So if you like maybe a project, if you like having like a older home that you can work on, and all of these are going to be part of the Historical Society here in Petersburg. So, you know, there are certain requirements and things like that about what you can and can't do with the home. But definitely a cool little piece there. Now this one over here on the hill, this blue one over here behind me, recently sold for $300,000. And that was actually a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and around 2,600 square feet. So this blue one here. So that was also built around 1850. So you can see, obviously, you know, clearly very nice, walkable neighborhood here. If you look back here behind me that way, about a block up the street is going to be the downtown area where there's a lot of shops and restaurants and what have you. So we're going to walk on up here and see an interesting property, actually one that I used to live in for a little while. So we're going to walk on up there and check that out. All right, and this house over here behind me was built in 1763. So it is about a little bit over 260 years old. So very, very old piece of history here on High Street. But that is a 4-bed and 4-bath, 3,001 square feet. And you could get something like that for around $385,000. That has been
completely updated. These nice homes are just beautiful. They have just great interior finishes and trims and exposed beams and all those types of things. So definitely something for just about everybody here. So like whether you just want something as a project or whether you just want a nice beautiful home that's already fixed up and just have that older look and feel. We know that older stuff is typically built better too. So but you know, they do require some work. So you know, it is one of those things that definitely takes a special person to want to do that. We made it up here to this property that I was referring to earlier. This actually used to be one giant house. I would imagine it was probably close to about 5,000 square feet, but at some point it was turned into a quadruplex, and I actually lived upstairs on this side over here for about 9 years. So very familiar with this area. Used to walk downtown and get dinner and things like that sometimes, but just a very unique property here that has been made into a rental property. And this was one of my favorite houses right across the street over here. That is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 4,592 square feet, and it actually just recently sold for $550,000. It's absolutely beautiful, renovated and everything. Even here's a little guest house back here in the back. But definitely this is an amazing home here on High Street. So one thing I would like to know is, would you prefer to have a home that you could fix up, like an old historical home that you could fix up, or would you prefer to have something that's already move-in ready that wouldn't necessarily be a project? Drop a comment below. I'd like to hear what your feedback is on that. As we make our way up the street here, notice these giant, beautiful magnolia trees. I mean, they are massive. I've never seen any other magnolia trees this large. So, I mean, just massive trees here. Beautiful, lots of shade. But that brings me to this next property over here, which is actually one of my favorites. If you look back over here, now, I was told that at some point that used to be a funeral parlor at some point during the Civil War. It is now a bed and breakfast, and probably some interesting stories over breakfast over there, you know, if that's the case. But it is absolutely beautiful inside. The people who own it are just very nice people. Just one of my favorite properties here on High Street. And then if you look over here behind me as we walk down the street here, as we walk down to this particular home here, they're right across the street from each other. But these two are my two favorite properties on High Street. But just look at the wonderful architecture of this behind me here. 3 levels plus a basement. Just nice, beautiful, ornate, beautiful entryway, and just a massive, stately home. All right, so we made our way over here to the High Street loft. You can see them back over here behind me. This actually used to be a Seward luggage. They made luggage, and actually they made a lot of stuff for the military during the Civil War. Anyway, right now all of these are currently as part of a lease. You're not able to buy them anymore. At one point there were sections that were able to be bought, and they did have some leasing options available. But as you can see over here behind me, where it used to be a building, back in 2018 they had a major fire here, and it burned up this building here. The fire actually started in this building over here, but it spread over to this building. And if you can look back over here, right here on this hill, there used to be another whole building right here. And then back over here behind me, you can see where it used to be connected to the building here. But all of this burnt down. A huge section of this burned down to the point, and with the fire damage and water damage, they had to end up tearing everything down. So Since then, everything now is being leased. But just I had some friends that actually lived here during that time, so they got displaced from their homes and everything like that. But they were able to get the fire out and save a big portion of the building here. But just a lot of activity going on here. There are a lot of warehouses and different buildings and things like that that would be perfect opportunities for people. There's a lot of investors coming to this area, a lot of rich history in Petersburg, a lot of potential tax credits and things like that for people coming in and trying to revitalize the city and bring it back to its former splendor, I guess you would call it. But restaurants, businesses, investors for single-family homes, multi-family homes, and all that coming to the area. So if that's something that interests you, hey, we're here for you, and we can help you with that as well.
High Street in Old Town Petersburg offers a unique blend of history, charm, and diverse architecture. Dominant styles include Federal, Greek Revival, Italianate, Queen Anne, and some Colonial Revival. High Street boasts a delightful mix of architectural styles which reflect the city's rich history and changing taste over time. Many buildings have been restored or maintained, keeping the historic character intact. There are also more that are still available for investment opportunities or for people who are looking for a wonderful project to do on an older home to bring it back to life. Most of these homes were built between the late 18th and early 20th centuries, some even dating back further than that. Many structures played crucial roles in Petersburg past, adding to the area's unique character. Various sizes ranging from single-family townhouses, row houses, all the way up to grand mansions, which cater to different needs and preferences. Typically 2 to 3 stories, offering charming and manageable living spaces. As far as price point, they are definitely on the higher end of the average of Petersburg, and they probably going to be ranging anywhere from $300,000 up to about $600,000 or $700,000. Obviously, it's best to consult with a local realtor, hint, 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 for the most up-to-date pricing information. As we all know, the market can fluctuate. High Street is a bustling commercial and residential area with shops, restaurants, and cultural attractions. The area is walkable and bike-friendly, making it a popular choice for those who enjoy a vibrant lifestyle. If you're considering buying a home on High Street, be sure to factor in potential renovation costs, as some historical homes may require additional work.
All right, so we're about 4 blocks away from the houses we were just looking at on High Street. You can see over here behind me, there are some warehouses that have been converted into loft apartments. They go for about $1,500 a month. So if you're looking to move to the area immediately and you possibly need somewhere to stay, that would be a good place to get settled until you're ready to purchase your home. And then back over here behind me, here's another old warehouse that was converted into studio and 1-bedroom apartments. These are going to range anywhere from about $1,000 up to about maybe $1,500, and then some of the really large upgraded ones could go up to around $2,000. But very neat little area down here. Back over here behind me where we just walked from, there's a wonderful barbecue place and a bakery. They have cakes, donuts, all kinds of stuff. So, if you're ever down here in the area, definitely a nice little downtown experience. And then I'm getting ready to go over right over here behind me, Demolition Coffee, one of the nice little coffee shops here in Petersburg. So I'm going to go in there and grab me a coffee, and definitely encourage you to check this place out if you come into town. Well, I hope you like our little tour of the Old Town area and High Street in Petersburg. Just don't forget, if you are looking to buy a home, if you're looking to buy a project home, if you're looking to own a piece of Petersburg history, or if you're just looking for maybe something else in this area, new construction, land, whatever the case may be, just don't forget to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and I would be so happy to show you around town.